game that has already ended in draws, the game between Vishy Anand and Anish Giri.
Where Anish Giri had an exchange up, so it's surprising that he didn't manage to win that position.
Magnus Carlsen just took the exchange. He's winning against Veselin Topalov.
What happened? He was just a pawn down. What were the last moves? He didn't see knight e2 fork?
Oh no, but I believe he could be in trouble anyway with this h-pawn running up the board, and now it seems like pretty much game over. Rook b7,
Wow.
rook e7, the a-pawn is not
Sudden
quite fast enough.
turn of events here, and Veselin Topalov is just a rook down after knight d3, knight takes.
No, e7 is
Oh,
on praise,
I'm
so he has
blundering
to...
my rook on e7, but after queen f6 everything is protected, and
Yeah, rook a7 is coming, picking up the a6 pawn.
this should be
So
a
this is
victory
game
for
over.
Magnus Carlsen.
He doesn't even bother going after the a6 pawn. He pushes his own h-pawn, which is just as good. h3, queen c3, and h2. This is over.
Another game that seems to be very exciting, at least it's changing all the time, is between So and Caruana. It was advantage for Caruana, then advantage for white, and then I don't know. It's
Topalov
just very
resigns, he can't
complicated.
avoid the queening of the pawn. We see
Yeah,
Magnus putting the pawn...
Magnus Carlsen has just won his second Blitz game and still, no, sorry, he won now and drew the previous one, but he is still in the lead with 12.5 points out of, no, now he will have how many? 13.5 out of 20.
Yeah, in the Kramnik-Nakamura game, they followed this script that was to be expected. Both sides created a pass pawn, and the thing is, they are very big favorites to get exchange for one another with a handshake. Rook takes e2 is followed by rook takes c6, and we're left with 1 versus 1 pawn. Kramnik just keeps waiting for Hikaru to take on e2. Hikaru does not want to agree to the draw yet. He's maneuvering a bit and is trying to actually... Is he succeeding to actually win the g-pawn? Looks like he might succeed. The problem for him is, even if he takes it, let's say, rook takes c6, rook c6.
This is still a
king
draw.
e2.
The blacking is where it has to be, so this is a draw, and Rook and Game, they agreed to a draw. Shall we quickly switch to So Caruana? That is still going on. Oh, but now it's already a piece up for Wesley So.
Yeah, Wesley So and Caruana, they both participated in this Ultimate Blitz Challenge versus Garry Kasparov in St. Louis, where Caruana did not have the best of showing, while Wesley So, I believe, was the only one who won the individual encounter against Garry Kasparov. So he can play Blitz, but he suffered in the Paris part. But here he looks fully engaged. It's easier to look engaged when you have an extra knight.
Yeah, exactly. I believe that our audience, there are plenty of Caruana fans in the audience because they were disappointed about seeing the piece down for Fabiano.
I think they just like his shirt. It has a bit of a Whereas Waldo flavor, even though the colors are wrong. I quite like it. We had a chat the other day with his manager, Lawrence Trent, that we need to send Fabi clothes shopping. He needs some new shirts, and it looks like they delivered instantly.
He also seems to go to the gym more often nowadays.
Oh, he's ripped. It's 50 kilos of pure muscle.
What's happening there on the board? Shall we update it?
Yeah,
Oh, it's
a technical
going
task
to be
for
over.
Wesley So, but it shouldn't be very difficult.
In Blitz, you can still blunder, so that's why we are looking at the game. It's a piece up, should be an easy win, but they are down to seconds. Rook e1 played by Fabiano Caruana. This, well, what can you blunder here? Let's try to look for a blunder.
No,
No,
Caruana's
everything is
trying to get
protected.
to the last remaining white pawn, but there is no real chance. Unless some knight sacrifice happens, this should just be over. King e4, So is offering the f2 pawn because he's spotted that rook c6
2-1.
would pick up the bishop.
Yeah, Fabiano Caruana has just made a move with 1 second on the clock. The pawn has been taken.
He managed to get rid of that pawn.
Yep.
If he is not losing his bishop, then all of a sudden Wesley has his work cut out for him again. Yeah, that is a bit unfortunate for Wesley So. I believe it's
Fabiano Caruana lost on
That helps.
time. That's a pity because he might have survived if Wesley So needs to win this position without pawns.
Should still be a win. The two knights are a big attacking force, but So, yeah, no perfect execution there. But we can see a bit of Caruana's inexperience playing Blitz, because normally with these 2 seconds, you're not going to see Hikaru Nakamura lose on time with increment. But he did forget about the clock. He's more of a let's try to make the best move guy, and sometimes that can lead to forgetting the clock.
We are